Part 1 of our Friends bloopers versus their original scenes videos was an innocent affair.
What did we agree?
Okay.
But in this installment, we'll take a look at some of the naughtier moments.
We said 7, you dumb bag.
Let's get to it. Do you remember when Monica had to console Rachel after she found out about Barry's affair? It was a heartwarming scene between two best buds that reminded us that, while husbands come and go, our friends are for life.
Now I know.
Courtney wasn't in the mood for touching anyone's feels that day, though. She wanted to goof around, and she was willing to risk her own physical well-being to get the job done. Watch out for that floor! Courtney's antics with Jen certainly entertained their colleagues, and nobody enjoyed it more than Matt LeBlanc. And while we're on the topic of Courtney and Jen, let's talk about that time Mon accused her co-star of having naughty relations with the show's creators.
Monica, come on, you know I don't sleep with guys on the first date. David Crane, Kevin Wright, Mark Hoffman. Any more?
Credit to Jen for playing along with the joke, but here's how that scene was written on the page.
Oh, Monica, come on. You know I don't sleep with guys on the first date.
Matt Wire, Mark Lynn, Ben Wyatt.
Any more?
Not all of Courtney's blunders and bloopers came from goofing around, though. Sometimes she had a brain fart and tuned out of her performance for a few seconds.
Oh, dear God.
Like in the heartbreaking episode where Monica and Chandler bought a house and reminded us that Friends was coming to an end.
So what'd you think of the house?
I loved it. It's everything we've been looking for.
Oh, sorry, I didn't listen to a word you said.
But she did manage to conjure up some excitement for the final cut.
What'd you think of the house?
It's perfect. It's everything we've been looking for.
Isn't it? And what about the amazing wainscoting and the crown molding and the dormer windows in the attic?
In addition to causing havoc and throwing salacious accusations around, Courtney also had a tendency to forget her lines.
I got your traditional holiday feast.
Great.
Yep, I got your tomato soup, your grilled cheese fixins, and your family.
Seeing that her memory was a little fuzzy, the rest of the gang were quick to jump in and offer their support in their own bizarre way.
Funin. Okay.
Jeez, that was a lot of effort just to give Chandler his Thanksgiving meal.
Chandler, here you go. Got your traditional holiday feast. We got your tomato soup, your grilled cheese fixins, and your family-sized bag of Funyuns.
Courtney wasn't as competitive as Monica either, nor was she as good at sports. In the episode where Mon and Mike play ping pong, you'd be forgiven for thinking that both of them were pros. Not quite. Now, check out how Courtney acted while she was still learning how to become a ping pong master. Oops! Maybe the next round will go a little better. It also didn't help that Matthew Perry was there to distract his co-stars during their intense game.
Bingo bango!
Then again, Matthew was a big meanie face to Courtney on more than one occasion. Check out what he said to her after she caused them to mess up a scene.
We said we would meet at the coffee house at 6.
We said 7, you dumb bag. That's what you get for making me start all over.
At least Chandler didn't get to have the last laugh in the completed version.
Chandler, we said we would meet at the coffee house at 6.
We said 7.
We said 6.
The rapport between Matthew and Courteney Cox translated to some amazing on-screen chemistry. But the actors found Monica and Chandler's romance quite funny. Here's how Matthew reacted during the episode where Monica was sick and kept trying to get jiggy with her man.
Are you saying that you don't want to get with this?
Yeah, see, I'm not saying...
When the laughter subsided, Matthew was able to deliver his line with the type of deadpan humor that made Chandler such a hero to millions worldwide.
Are you saying that you don't want to get with this?
Yeah, I don't think you should say that even when you're healthy.
Before Chandler and Monica got married, Joey and Chandler were the ultimate bromantic it couple.
Could we be more white trash?
So we'd be remiss if we didn't include Matthew Perry and Matt LeBlanc's best bloopers together. In this one, Matt is doing some serious acting, and Matthew does a good job of keeping a straight face. Until he doesn't.
Felicity and I, we're watching My Giant, right? And I was thinking, I'm never going to be as good an actor as that giant.
Never one to resist a chance for a good sarcastic zinger, however, Matthew responded in true Matthew Perry fashion.
You're right.
The actual scene, meanwhile, is probably even more awkward.
Felicity and I, we're watching My Giant, right? And I was thinking, I'm never going to be as good an actor as that giant. Do you think I'm just wasting my life with this acting thing?
No.
When most of us think of Chandler and Joey, we're reminded of all those times they hugged it out as true bros do.
Hey.
Those moments always made for some feel-good viewing. Behind the scenes, though, these jokesters just couldn't resist a good puerile joke.
Matt's face better on this side.
What's that in your pocket?
And I think the actual scene was just an innocent hug between two besties.
I'm gonna hug you. You hug me. All right.
As we mentioned earlier, Matthew could be a meanie sometimes.
Hey, you don't know how long we're gonna be in here. We may have to repopulate the earth.
And condoms are the way to do that.
And his wrath wasn't only reserved for Courtney. He also gave Mr. LeBlanc a piece of his mind, and he wasn't PG in his delivery.
Okay, here's how I know you're lying.
How, you f***ing
Let's just say that ain't how the scene was supposed to play out.
Here's how I know you didn't watch the tape, okay? If you had seen what was on this tape, believe me, you would have some comments.
Now, I bet you're wondering what was on that tape. Allow me to refresh your memory.
Ichiban, lipstick for men. Saiko.
I don't know about you, but I think Matt looks good in blue. That being said, the fellas really had their work out for them when David Schwimmer was thrown into the mix.
What the hell happened on that beach?
Try that again, guys.
What the hell happened on that beach?
It's between us.
Everyone makes mistakes, but this is getting ridiculous, right? Get with the program, dudes.
One more time and everybody gets pissed off.
Surely they can't fluff this up again.
What the hell happened on that beach?
It's between us and the sea, Ross.
I spoke too soon. Who can blame the guys for laughing so much, though? The scene in question is full of awkwardness, but at least they managed to act like adults eventually.
What the hell happened on that beach?
It's between us and the sea, Ross.
If you want to see some bloopers with the rest of the Friends cast, be sure to check out part 1 of this video.